The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself, unspoken. This is the point of no return. You reach for your weapon, but as the small Voidwoken skitters forward, you get the sense that it's not here to fight. It looks at Fane, clicking and chittering in excitement, and introduces itself. Fane starts in shock. He knows it. The Voidwoken was a colleague from Fane's days at the Academy, his assistant. It claims it knows how to save the Eternals. It promises Fane that if he can snatch the powers of the Seven, then he can restore his people. Not under the rule of the God King or the Void, they would finally be free. Fane turns away, pensive and quiet. Even as a skull, you can see the pain etched into his face. The truth hangs.
You come here often. I don't know what you did, but you just released a source flood. I thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble. Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it. You'd think, right? But no, this is your moment. Still, do not underestimate my presence. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of... Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you, in turn. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but...
Malady wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere...
Looks like my investment's paid off after all.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention. But you've turned the tables. I suppose it's only right, seeing as how a new divinity...
Now go. Rivellon needs a new divine.
This won't be of any use.
If I'm Godwoken, Dallas said you would come, old friend. You're divine. Well,
The traitor himself...
What a twit.
Lucian frowns at Friedemann, then bestows a benevolent...
I underestimated you, Godwoken. You have proven to be a formidable foe.
respect.
Lucian's gaze...
Lucian, we should tell him the truth.
Yes,
Dallas nods. Then a skull is revealed, bejeweled and ancient as the void.
I am.
Aren't they just full of surprises?
Fear not, old friend.
I shall tell you that long ago, the scholar Fane discovered that the veil between the world and the void was made of source. Our 7 lords desired this power.
Of course.
Silence, slave. Our king forbade the 7 to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the...
With the source they stole from the veil, the 7 created the races so they would have worshippers.
During the...
Our souls are nothing but vats for
The 7 made a mistake. By taking its source...
The 7's lust for power let in the void. When we are done, there shall be no more source in the world. Rivellon will be finally free from the gods that enslaved them.
He hesitates.
Here is the truth. I have killed thousands, perhaps millions, for the greater good. But I made a mistake. It was my one mistake, meant all those sacrifices were for naught.
I seek vengeance.
There is more.
I was a child when it was hell. The cruel joke of it all is that the same tomb that housed my Fane. Yes. Fane is my father.
What? No. It can't be. Everything Dallas did. It was all you. Child.
Everything I did to fix your mistake. Our people, every purged sorcerer, But now I have revenge. Revenge on the 7 and the God King. Revenge...
The hammer's voice falters and her coolness vanishes. Every crack and rasp betrays her grief.
Did you even look for me? Did you...
Dallas, control yourself. Our purpose transcends your personal wound.
Yes.
Dallas's reasons weren't mine to question. All that ever mattered to me was peace. Peace for Rivellon. Peace for me, whatever the means. And now, we are on the precipice.
We're the 8th. The real Dallas didn't volunteer herself to me, mind you. Curiosity led her to the tomb. My hunger for source took care of the rest. I presume her bones remained there. And then I took her place. It didn't take long to realize that Lucian was the key to my vengeance, and I was the key to the salvation of Rivellon.
While Dallas...
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
One more word from you.
I had to hide from the god. As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the void. I was the avatar of the 7. Their strength...
Maggot. I am Brachus Rex. I am the Source King.
With a flick of her wrist, Dallas sends a jolt through Brachus's...
Don't worry, he's well under control. He's made a find.
Dallas punctuates her statement with another wrist flip. Brachus shudders, but his lips remain curled in a self-satisfied grimace.
Evil? Yes, I suppose he is. I imagine, of course. The scores of elves perished in Deathfog after Lucian. Without worship, Tierson Dilius was deprived of source. To strengthen himself,
The Voidwoken. You see...
The Aeterran now contains almost all of the source the 7 stole. Soon, we will be able to...
The void shall be banished. A false divine, of course.
The plan is almost complete.
We have made so many sacrifices, Ifan. All of us.
Decide.
There is no other way. We only lack yours. Ifan, These were sacrifices that... And now, so must you.
Good.
The world shall not know this. I shall return from the grave, a divine with...
We already had more than enough.
Another sacrifice. I was forced.
As I say, one last sacrifice is required. Then let us proceed. Show some responsibility.
Sealing the veil, though, if they return.
Fane turns to you. In all the time that...
And you, my fellow adventurers. Together we have seen more than generations of mortals could ever see.
You'll be a hero. Everyone will know of the sacrifice you'll make. Your name...
Don't let them do this to us!
But our souls? There has to be another way. No. Never!
I understand. Sacrifice takes courage. Your sacrifice shall...
I'm sorry. You've come such a long way. But there is too much.